is up, you guys? It is another episode of the Sci-Fly Zone where the multiverse meets the seventh inning stretch. It's a boy, Trenton and CJ, and we're going back to the World Series. We're going over games 3, 4, and 5. And just when I thought games 1 and 2 were going to be like some of the best games we were going to get in the World Series so far, oh my gosh, how wrong was I?
It just keeps getting better and better and better. It's so fitting that a postseason that's been so exciting already culminates in a World Series that's probably the most exciting series that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
Honestly,
dude, we
it's
got
been
2
great.
games worth in game 3 alone.
Yeah, we got a lot of free baseball, a whole free game.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we're going to get into it. Currently, the series is 3-2 Blue Jays. We're going back to Toronto for the final 2 games, but Yamamoto's on the bump. So even as an Angels fan, it's an automatic game 7 when Yamamoto is on the bump for game 6. As much as I want to root for Toronto and stuff, oh my gosh, like it's Yamamoto. He's thrown 2 complete games back to back in the postseason, both on the road. Why is this going to be any different?
It's so hard to bet against him right now. He's been one of, if not the best pitchers in the playoffs all year. I mean, we've talked about him before. He's going to finish top 5 in Cy Young, probably best pitcher in the postseason, and he's just been coming up huge for his team. So, Blue Jays do have Kevin Gausman going for them, so it should be a good matchup. He's been doing good in the playoffs as well, but he ain't Yamamoto.
Nope. But game 3, 18 inning game, 6-5 final. Oh my gosh, 37 runners left on base alone. I mean, that's a whole game's worth of outs and then some left on the bases.
Yeah, man. There were definitely a lot of opportunities to score. I mean, there's 18 innings, so there's got to be plenty of chances to score. And guys were getting on base. They were getting in scoring position, but the bullpens were just seemingly locking it down. And like 2 bullpens that people have been kind of iffy on. The Dodgers bullpen has been inconsistent. The Blue Jays don't have like the deepest bullpen or like the best relievers. But I mean, props to them. Like they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to hold it together for 18 innings. I mean, no one ever expects an 18 inning baseball game. And I mean, the last time that it's happened, I mean, it's only happened one other time in World Series history back in 2018, coincidentally, Dodgers and Red Sox. And what's even more coincidental about this whole thing is Max Muncy was just a couple at bats away from having his second career World Series game 3, 18th inning walk-off home run. I mean, how the hell does this exact situation happen again? Except only this time it was Freddie Freeman again, hitting his second career World Series walk-off home run, the first player in baseball history to have multiple World Series walk-off home runs.
It is absolutely unbelievable. The fact that it was so close to being Muncy again, the fact that it was like there was even a chance that history would like actually repeat itself in this same way. And like Freddie being the one to actually hold the record now in back-to-back years with a walk-off home run in huge important games.
Both
in the
of
World
them were
Series.
lefty too.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he spent most of his career in Atlanta. He's only been a Dodger for like 3 or 4 years, but some of his biggest career moments have been as a Dodger. Like he has completely solidified himself as a Hall of Famer. Like it's no question now. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. You know, we can talk more about if it's going to be in a Dodger uniform or a Braves uniform in another video, perhaps. But, you know, if you guys want to leave a comment on who you think Freddie Freeman should retire with, if it's the Braves or the Dodgers, leave your opinion down there. We would love to see it. But it's just so crazy. But I'm very happy for Freddie Freeman. He deserves all of the success. He's a great guy. Love him. Another crazy stat in this game, Ohtani reached base 9 times in this game, going 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles and 5 walks. What in the MLB the effing show, or MLB the effing show Tawny?
Oh, I like it. It was an unbelievable performance from Shohei Ohtani. It feels like his 6-inning, 10 strikeout, 3 home run game was one of the best, like if not the best postseason performance of all time. This one is up there too. I mean, like you said, the first player to ever reach base 9 times in a postseason game. Nobody had done it more than 6 times before that. He increased the record by 33%. It's unbelievable. I mean, And what he was doing before this, like what led to him getting walked 5 times, is unbelievable too. He went 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 2 doubles, and at that point, uh, the Blue Jays just said, we have to take the bat out of his hands. We cannot let him swing the bat another time for the rest of the night, and that's exactly what happened.
Dude, my girlfriend and her mom, we were all watching that game together. They were so upset every single time Otani would come up in extras that they would just walk him because they wanted the game to end. But they knew that if they pitched to Otani, the game would end. So then they kept walking him. And they were like, they're so soft for that. I'm like, well, they need to win the game. They're going to lose if they don't. Otani's
Yeah,
going to hit the walk-off home run.
literally, yeah. If they hadn't done that, the game would have ended like 5 innings earlier, at least. Like, I mean, it was really, it was the only thing they could do at that point. Like, Shohei has been like one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter in baseball, and he's been on an incredible streak as well. He was slumping earlier in the playoffs, but he is well over that by now. So when Barry Bonds is up to bat, you have to walk him.
Yeah, for real. And they even did that with the bases loaded one time, and they
Yeah,
actually won the game.
and it worked out somehow.
Yeah. And Kershaw, he came in super clutch for the Dodgers in this game, going into the game with a bases loaded jam, 2 outs. Everyone was like, why are we bringing in Kershaw? Well, it's either him or one other guy in the bullpen at that point. They really waited until basically the final straw to bring in Kershaw, before they brought in Will Klein, which he also was a hero for this game. We'll get to him in a second. But yeah, Kershaw, everyone assumed he was going to like completely screw this game over, but no, he got Nathan Lucas to chase a slider and get that ground out, and it was just perfect. I was so happy to see him come out on the right side of history in this moment, because obviously we know how Clayton Kershaw is in the postseason and how everyone loves to remind everyone Kershaw in the playoffs, Kershaw in the playoffs. Yes, everyone, we get it. Kershaw sucks in the playoffs. So when I saw him coming in, I was like, man, if he blows this, he is going to have people standing outside of his house with picket signs saying, you remember when you blew it in the playoffs? We do. So, I was just happy that he clutched up for this.
Yeah, man, it was good to see him out there. I was genuinely kind of shocked that he came into this game. I wasn't expecting him to come into pitch into this game regardless, and I especially wasn't expecting him to come into pitch in probably the most high leverage situation in this game for a Dodgers pitcher. I mean, like, bases loaded, 2 outs. He's running down from the bullpen, and you're just thinking, oh my God, what is going to happen? Just highlights of him giving up extra base hits and blowing games and home runs just playing through my head. Is this going to be a similar situation? What is this going to mean for his legacy? Obviously, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but there was a potential that this could be the last appearance that he has. He might not pitch again in another game. So if it ended up how it had in the past in playoff games, with him giving up the lead and ending up taking the loss for this game, it definitely would have hurt him. I know he wouldn't have been very happy about it, but I mean, seeing him clutch up in that situation was huge. Getting bailed out a little bit by Lucas on that low and outside slider, but he came up clutch for his guys, and then that was the only batter that he faced. He immediately came out of the game. Dave Roberts gave him a big hug, and that was it for him.
Yeah, another Dodger that came in clutch in this game, Will Klein. He was really the last guy out there holding it down until Freddie hit that walk-off home run. And he threw 4 innings, only gave up 1 hit, got 5 Ks, and he only threw 15 in a third innings this entire season and had only thrown less than 40 pitches in a single appearance prior to this appearance. And he threw 72 in this one, and he kept his composure the whole way through. Like, he even said in a post-game interview at one point, like, you just gotta like pretend you don't even feel anything in your arm. You just gotta go out there and get it done. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a legendary performance for Will Klein. Like, people are going to remember his name for a long time for this appearance. I mean,
For sure.
this guy started in the Seattle's AAA system, and in 22 appearances, he had a 7.17 ERA. He got traded to the Dodgers a little bit halfway through the season, and he had a 5.96 ERA for them in like 20 appearances. He wasn't on any of the playoff rosters until this World Series. And like you said, just coming up absolutely huge for his team. 4 shutout innings, only 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, like throwing basically twice as many pitches as he had in a previous game at the professional level. I mean, it was huge. It's exactly what the Dodgers needed, because they basically had nobody left. Like you said, he was the last guy in their bullpen. They waited as long as they possibly could to bring him in. It even got to the point where Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 2 days after throwing his second complete game in a row, goes out to the bullpen and starts warming up.
I was getting so
Volunteers.
hyped to see that, bro.
It was insane. It was an insane visual. He volunteered himself to pitch. Like, apparently Blake Snell also wanted to pitch, and Dave Roberts was like, no, you are not pitching. You're pitching. You're starting tomorrow. Literally, you're starting in 2 days. We need you to pitch in 2 days. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, when he's pitching like that, it's hard not to put the ball in his hands. But
Yeah,
I mean, lucky for them, they didn't need it that night, because Will Klein just absolutely shut it down for them. And like you said, Freddie Freeman coming up huge for the Dodgers again.
mm-hmm. Did Will Klein take Vesia's spot on the roster?
Oh, he might have. I think so. Yeah.
Because I know
Yeah.
Vesia had to leave because he had some personal matters to attend to.
Yeah, that is very true. That's a good point. Honestly, you might be like really on point with that. Yeah. Baseball is insane.
And this is a great example. The Blue Jays, after losing an 18-inning heartbreaker, come back and just shut the Dodgers down, holding them to only 3 runs over the next 2 games in games 4 and 5. Game 4 having a 6-2 final, with Shane Bieber getting the win for Toronto, throwing 5 1/3, only giving up 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 3 Ks. Pretty good. And then the bullpen only gave up 2 hits and a run after that. So just pretty good overall. And again, Vlad Jr., big dog in it. Bo Bichette getting some hits. Parger also getting some hits. Good overall game.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. This was
like this was one of the more straightforward games in the World Series, I would say. Like, it was pretty neck and neck until it got to the 7th inning. The Blue Jays scored 4 to make it 6-1, and Ohtani, he was tallied for 4 earned runs, but 2 of them came from Anthony Banda, allowing the 2 base runners that he left on base in the 7th inning to score. So personally, I think any runner that you allow to get on base, but another reliever comes in and allows those runners to score, they should be counted as just runs, not earned runs. Like, why is it that if the shortstop can bobble a ball and can make a throw and a run scores, it's not an earned run? But if you're not even on the mound anymore and another guy is pitching, you still get credited for an earned run? Like, that's just stupid. Like, you can cancel me for that. I don't care. It's just, it's my opinion. I don't care. Cancel me. Like, that's stupid.
You can cancel me for that. I don't care. It's just my opinion. Go ahead and cancel me.
No one gives a
Yeah, it is a really weird rule. I don't know why it is the way that it is. Like, it doesn't make sense that, yeah, I get that if, like, you're allowing the base runners to get on base, so they're inherited base runners for the reliever, but the runs are not being scored from a hit that was hit off of you. They didn't hit the ball off of Ohtani to score those runs. They hit it off of Banda to score those runs. So the fact that it goes against Ohtani or any pitcher in that situation, and it like counts against their ERA too, like, yeah, I don't really like the way that works.
Yeah, and then after Banda was pulled, Trinan was brought in with 2 runners that reached while Banda was pitching, and then Trinan allowed Banda's 2 base runners to score. So now Banda has 2 earned runs and Trinan has 0. That's dumb.
Yeah, like if a pitcher gives up a single and then is taken out of the game, and then the reliever that comes in for him gives up 3 singles in a row,
or a 2-run home run.
Yeah, or a 2-run homer, and you're like 2 or 3 or 4 batters after you had been taken out of the game, and then a run scores, and they're like, oh no, that counts for you, by the way. That goes against you. That's your run. Like, that doesn't feel, that's just weird to me. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Just
a little mini rant there.
But I mean, we've seen several times in this postseason the Blue Jays having these big innings, scoring like 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in an inning, manufacturing a rally and keeping it going. They have an incredible offense, and when you're facing the Blue Jays lineup, they can score off of you in many different ways.
Yeah. They can hit the long ball, and they can also just single you to death, like we've said in other videos too. Like, their offense can do it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of home runs, game 5, if you guys were watching the very beginning of the game, I don't know if you noticed, Davis Schneider homered on the first pitch of the game, and then 2 pitches later, Vlad Jr. homered to left field as well. First time ever back-to-back home runs to start a World Series game. That's insane. This game had a total of 7 separate instances of first-time postseason or World Series history. Trey Savage, yeah, he's the first pitcher to make 3 or more postseason starts within the first 8 starts of his career, start multiple World Series games within the first 8 starts of his career, strike out 12 or more batters in one World Series game as a rookie, strike out 12 or more batters in one World Series game without walking anybody, rookie or not, regardless, have multiple 10 plus strikeout games in the playoffs as a rookie, and the first to do it before turning 23 years old, and also recording his very first 2 10 plus strikeout games in his career during the playoffs. Trey Savage is the first pitcher to do all of those things.
It's been an absolutely incredible run that he is on right now. I don't know what has gotten into him. He has been historical. Literally, he has been a historical pitcher. He is currently the most strikeouts by a rookie pitcher in a single postseason run with 39. This performance that we're seeing from Trey Savage kind of reminds me of another historical postseason performance that we've seen, even in the 2020s. Because if you go back to 2020, Randy Arozarena had one of the best postseason performances, postseason runs of all time. That was with very little playing time during the regular season. He went into the next year, 2021, still eligible as a rookie. And that is exactly what's going to happen with Trey Savage. He had 3 starts in the regular season. He's had like 8 career starts in his career. He is going to be one of the most exciting pitchers to watch in the 2026 regular season, because if he can build off of what he's doing right now, if he can perform this way in these high leverage games, these are the highest leverage games that he has ever pitched in his entire career, and he's like 22, 23. If he can keep doing this, he's going to be dominant. Like 6 months ago, Trey Savage was facing 18 and 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds in single A. And now he is facing Hall of Famers in the Dodgers. He's facing Ohtani and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. He struck out 5 batters in a row in this game, which is the first time a rookie did that in a World Series game. Like
Another one.
That, I mean, his splitter and slider were just working incredibly well in this game, dude.
Yeah,
He was making
they were so deceptive.
He was making hitters look so foolish. Shohei's helmet fell off of his head while he was swinging at a splitter. Just absolutely incredible performance by him. He has been massive for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's safe to say the World Series might already be over without Trey Savage.
Yeah, man. If they don't have him putting on the performances that he's putting on, the series could look very different right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this game was extremely important. Going into Game 5,
oh yeah,
series tied 2-2. Teams that win Game 5 when the series is tied 2-2 end up winning the World Series 67% of the time. 2/3 of the time they win the World Series. 67% of the time they win the World Series. And it was a huge win for them. Not only was it a big win, it was a decisive win, because the Dodgers really couldn't get anything going. Besides a solo homer from Kike Hernandez, that was it. That's all we saw from the Dodgers offensively. They could not get anything going against Trey Savage.
Nope.
Like, he was just incredible.
Yeah, and too many Dodgers bats are just slumping right now. I mean, Mookie Betts is 3 for 23 in the World Series with just 1 extra base hit in his last 52 appearances. I mean, Ohtani has gotten more extra base hits in 2 at-bats. Like, come on, buddy. And Tommy Edwin, 3 for his last 21. Max Muncy, since his home run in Game 2, is 1 for 13. Also, Andy Pages still exists, if anybody forgot.
We'd understand if you did forget.
Like, where did the Dodgers go after they made history in Game 3? Like, that was insane. Like, what happened?
Yeah, it's interesting that Game 3, now that I think about it, because it's usually the story is that the Dodgers have one of the best offenses. They have future Hall of Famers on their team. They probably have the best 1 through 4 in baseball, and it's usually the bullpen that is the issue. And that game 3 was completely different. The offense had been shut down for basically 9 innings for essentially an entire baseball game, and the bullpen was just completely locked in as well. Like, they did not allow anything for that span. Mm-hmm. So the Dodgers offense has been looking very different in this World Series. They haven't really been as dominant as they have been in the previous series of this postseason. Some of their big guys have just been really, really struggling. You mentioned like Mookie Betts and Tommy Edman. I think Mookie was like 1 for 8 in that 18-inning game. So like there are definitely some guys who are heavily underperforming for them.
For sure. I totally agree. And what's really interesting too is some key Dodgers career-wise versus Kevin Gausman. Tommy Edman, 2 for 15. Freddie Freeman, 2 for 12. Kike Hernandez, 1 for 16. Teoscar Hernandez, 3 for 19. Shohei Ohtani, 2 for 15. Does Kevin Gausman have their number?
That is very, very interesting. Kevin Gausman is dominant against some of the best Dodger hitters. That's definitely something. I know that Kevin Gausman's been doing great in the postseason, but I was very confident in Yoshinobu Yamamoto because he's been probably the best pitcher in the postseason. But against the Dodgers, there's really nobody much better than Kevin Gausman.
Yeah, so if they can somehow crack Yamamoto and Gausman can continue this type of performance that he's had against these guys, that'll be it.
Could be over sooner than we think.
Yeah. I mean, I want a game 7 low key.
Oh, same.
But I don't know. Like, these numbers are just crazy.
That definitely puts things into perspective for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is going to be a very intense game. This is probably going to be the most intense game of the season. Like, this is the first game of the postseason. I'm just realizing this right now. This is the first time this postseason that the Dodgers are playing an elimination game. The first time that their backs are against the wall right now
and
against the
Blue
Jays.
6.
Like, game 6, dude.
Wow.
I mean, it's going to be intense, man. I mean, Yamamoto has been incredible in the playoffs, but you know who else has been incredible in the playoffs? The Blue Jays offense. They have one of the best offenses in baseball. Like, Ernie Clement is on an 11-game hitting streak right now. I mean, Vlad Jr. has 8 homers in the postseason, which is the second most all-time in one postseason, only behind Randy Arozarena in 2020. He has the second most total bases in a single postseason run, with 54, only behind Randy Arozarena in 2020. And Vlad Jr. and Ernie Clement are now 1 and 2 in Blue Jays franchise history for hits in a single postseason. They have the most hits in a single postseason at 27 and 24 in Blue Jays history.
That's crazy. So, yeah, my prediction, I think it's going to be super close, but I still think we're going to game 7.
I think so, too.
I'm going to go a 3-2 final.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably going to be the lowest scoring game of any of these games, at least for the Blue Jays. I think I was going to say 3-2 as well.
Damn,
I'm going to say 4-3. 4-3 Dodgers.
Yeah. Or 6-7 Dodgers? No. We are in game 6s and 7. So
we are, yep.
Yeah, but that wraps up today's discussion for the World Series on the Sci-Fly Zone, where the multiverse meets the 7th inning stretch. If you guys have any stuff that you want us to talk about, baseball related, sci-fi related, feel free to leave it down in the comments. We'll be happy to talk about it. And we'll definitely be going over the conclusion of this World Series and what it means for the future of baseball. So stay tuned for that. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And hope you have a good one. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.